This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic, presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to round number 6 of the Dallara X-treme Series as West Shire goes for the big ride down the front straightaway. My name is Chris Grant with the National Racing Network. You got to see the graphics up there on the screen, so we won't rerun everything through here for you, but thank you very much, Connor, for checking in and letting us know that the broadcast guy forgot to turn his microphone on. So once again, we want to remind you, though, that if you're watching on Facebook, you can send some stars our way, show your support. Also, you can visit us online at patreon.com/National Racing Network. Also, patron.nationalracingnetwork.com, patreon.nationalracingnetwork.com. They'll all get you to the same place. Our Patreon page, just a couple of bucks a month. It's a big way to show your support of our efforts here on the National Racing Network. Scotty Cox checking in, saying, let's go, RJ. Thank you very much for joining us, Scotty. Appreciate you hanging out with us here. Just a few seconds away from qualifications beginning here. Show you where everybody is on the racetrack. If it says pit, that means they're in their pit stall. Pit exit and out lap means they are working their way out of the pits. Here are the best lap times for all the drivers in the field so far. Sebastian Kinder is your quickest at a 42.985 seconds. James Watson, West Shire, RJ Hetge, Gary DeMoss, your top 5. Let's take a look and show you the point standings here for the Dallara X-treme Series. Sebastian Kinder is your current points leader, sitting at 189 points. Doing that on the strength of no wins, though, which is a little bit of a surprise. To see a driver leading the points without a win. RJ Hetge up 2 spots in the points after last week's run. He has 2 wins on the season. Simon Fell, West Shire, Andrew Acera, your top 5 in the point standings. Following along now with RJ Hetge. 2 times a winner so far this season. He'll be the first car to put a lap on the board here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Ducks it down onto the access road. Not sure how thrilled race control would be with that one, so. Looks like RJ is going to try to back it up here. Let's pick up Mackenzie Galida. Waiting for Trading Paints to finish its upload here. Get all the right paint schemes downloaded for these cars. Mackenzie just finishing his lap. 3 cars have turned time. Quickest on the board so far going to be Connor Baldwin. Let's pick up that number 19 machine as he comes through turns 3 and 4. Quickest on the speed charts for lap 144.46 seconds. Lap number 2. Going to be an almost identical lap time for Connor there. Qualifications are based on a 4-lap average, as they are in the real world here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Mackenzie Galida sets a new quickest lap of the session, 44.38 seconds. As Connor's working his qualification run. Let's get you the rules of the race here. 55 minutes, 60 laps actually is going to be the distance on this one this afternoon. Cautions are admin controlled, so a single car spin or incident may or may not trigger a yellow flag. Multiple car incidents typically will. Restarts will be single file. Drivers will have 1 backup car at their disposal, but no overtime here in the Dallara X-treme Series. Or at least we don't think there's overtime anyway. Connor Baldwin finishing up his run. Connor all the way back in the 7th position. Quickest driver of the group so far is going to be Wes Shire. Let's pick up that machine as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Very Mo Nunn, Alex Zanardi paint scheme on this machine. In fact, that is just about a carbon copy of it there. Wes testing the pit entry here. It's just incredible how quickly these cars can get down to the pit road speed limiter. Seeing Debbie Hetge checking in. How are you, ma'am? Yeah, ready for another good one. Yes, we are. This one should be a pretty good show here. The Dallara X-treme Series cars are absolutely planted around this place. Qualifications have finished up, so see if we can't pick up our pole sitter for tonight's race. Mr. Wes Shire, he's going to be starting on the inside of row number 1. And Wes, congratulations on your pole award here. It's got to be at least a little bit confidence building, knowing you're out front of whatever mess may come behind you.
Yeah, a little bit, seeing as I got a grand total of about 12 practice laps this week. I think most of those were pit entry.
Yeah, well, that's going to be an important one here. You are going to have to make a couple of stops. So how does that strategy develop? Is that something you're going to calculate as the run goes, or is it more just going to be feeling out where the caution flags are going to come?
Honestly, my plan is to hop in the draft and just try and do a repeat of Auto Club.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck this week, and hopefully we're talking to you again at the end of the show.
Yeah, hope to see you at the end of the show. Thanks.
Let's also real quickly pick up Sebastian Kinder. He's your points leader as the field's going to roll off here and get ready to move. Sebastian, you're going to be rolling off in the 8th position tonight. You've only got a 20-some point lead. What's the strategy as you roll through tonight's race?
When I'm usually racing at Super Speedway, I always take it safe. So I'm going to do as I usually do, and then we'll wait. This is a really patient game for me. All I need is to be like near the front, 5 laps to go, and then wait the perfect opportunity to take the lead. That's going to be my strategy.
All right, bud. Well, good luck tonight. Hopefully we're talking to you again after the race.
Thank you, Chris.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 wide. Going to be the start for this one. Wes Shire, Andrew Acera, Gary DeMoss will make up row number 1. James Watson, Simon Fell, Mackenzie Galida in row number 2. Connor Baldwin, Sebastian Kinder, and RJ Hetge in the 3rd and final row. This one is going to be absolutely spectacular, watching these cars get into turn number 1. Already working their way through turn number 3. Good alignment and spacing in the rows here. James Watson inside of row number 2. Maybe creeping up just a hair, but you got to be there towards the front. Off of turn number 4, pace car is in. Green flags in the air. We're underway here at the world's greatest race course. Wes Shire going to grab the early lead into turn number 1. Three wide move down the back straightaway. DeMoss, Watson, Shire. This isn't a pace lap. This is 215 into turn 3. You can expect to see these cars like this just about the entire race. Big move up the middle by the 19 of Connor Baldwin. He's trying to make his way towards the front, already up to the 2nd position, challenging for the race lead. Lap number 2 going to go on the scoreboard here. Still side by side down the front straightaway. Lap number 4 of 60 going up on the scoreboard. We've been clean and green so far. James Watson able to move out to the race lead. The first side-by-side battle on the racetrack now going to be Wes Shire and Gary DeMoss. They'll single file out as well. Just back behind these two cars, Andrew Acera. You heard Wes Shire talk about it in the pre-race interview, wanting to try to get single-filed out, start saving a bunch of fuel. That is going to make a world of difference here in this race as they progress. Tight pack racing at 215 miles per hour. Working lap number 8 right now. All 9 cars still bunched up together. James Watson, the race leader, over Connor Baldwin. Wes Shire running in third. Andrew Acera, Gary DeMoss. Your top 5, RJ Hetge, Mackenzie Glida, Simon Fells, Sebastian Kinder. Rounding out the field here. We'll keep an eye on the strategy plays as well. Pit windows are still not open just yet. With the race running 60 laps, drivers can go, it sounds like a maximum of about 25 laps, which makes it a 2-stop race. It's just a matter of when do you make that first stop. Pit stops could come here as early as lap number 10. The window is just about open anyway. That will make it to the end. You'll get directly to lap number 60. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be coming down this time. If you're able to run in the draft and save fuel, it's really going to make the big difference late in the race on that final pit stop, how much fuel you have to take in the car. This battle back in the pack, pretty good one here. Oh man, things starting to heat up at the front of the field here too. James Watson comfortably in the race lead by a couple of car lengths, and he's led the last several laps over Connor Baldwin and Gary DeMoss. Those cars separated by less than a car length. Baldwin with the big move to the inside, slams the door shut. Call that a preemptive maneuver. by Baldwin as DeMoss looks to the outside down the front straightaway. Over the yard of bricks into turn number 1. They're going to stay side by side. You're absolutely going to have some help out there. Car's really starting to look almost a little bit twitchy, but it's sort of just their nature as ground effects cars. They make very little aerodynamic downforce, and what they do make is all from the underside of the race car. So it is entirely plausible to make very, very big maneuvers with no loss of traction of any kind. DeMoss going to be hung out to dry on the outside. Mackenzie Galida started this one at the back of the field. He's now running in the 4th position, directly behind Connor Baldwin on the exit of turn number 2. What do you think, race fans? How about we get the announcer guy to be quiet here for just a minute? We'll give you guys a chance to crank it up. Oh, well, let's see. Nope, first, we're going to stay right here. First pit stop of the race. That's going to be Mackenzie Galida heading into pit road here on lap number 14. Galida has hit his pit box. 7.9 seconds on the stop, so that's going to be 4 tires and fuel in that machine. New race leader at the front of the field, Connor Baldwin grabbing the lead just 1 lap ago. James Watson, Gary DeMoss now going to battle for the 2nd position. Wes Shire coming up here to the party as well. He wants to get in on the action towards the front. He's going to look to the outside. Watson tried to sell Baldwin the dummy to the inside. Shire's going to have DeMoss on his rear wing into turn number 3. First set of pit stops for the race leaders. They're going to make their way down this time. It'll be James Watson leading the field onto pit road. He's going to have Sebastian Kinder and RJ Hetge with him. A couple of Team Watson racing cars. In fact, Hetge may also be a Team Watson racing entry here in this one. They'll come down, hit their marks cleanly. Down and away, 6.8 seconds is James Watson. 7 seconds flat for Sebastian Kinder, RJ Hetge. Also down in 6.8 seconds is now Connor Baldwin going to be making his way down the pit road. He's going to be joined by Gary DeMoss. Baldwin Agriland all over the side of that number 19 asphalt painted entry. Going for a little bit of a camouflage look there is Connor Baldwin. Baldwin Agriland, the presenting sponsor of the Dallara X-treme Series. Want to thank them for their support. Oh, Baldwin overshoots his pit box. That is a huge mistake for Connor Baldwin. Gary DeMoss rolls out after an 8.27 second pit stop. A little bit long there for Gary DeMoss. Race leader Wes Shire now making his way down the pit lane. Also Simon Fell. Only Andrew Acera left on the racetrack, having not made a pit stop. What a gorgeous car that was. Originally piloted by Alessandro Zanardi in the kart series. Shire hits his marks. Simon Fell misses his. He has to slide just a little bit forward. Now let's get a look at him here. Your race leader, Andrew Acera, trying to get that car woed down. He hits his pit lane marks this time. Andrew running the National Racing Network house car on this one. Thank you very much, sir, for that. You see the high side hustle on the side of that one. Here comes the lead pack. Acera down and away. 7.58 seconds, but he's going to lose a bunch of ground here. 4-car breakaway at the front of the field. Sebastian Kinder trailing James Watson, RJ Hetge, West Shire there as well. Top 4 have separated themselves out. Back behind them, Mackenzie Galida, Connor Baldwin, both of those cars having a little bit of an issue on their pit stops, and you can see all the ground that it cost them on the racetrack. I think Andrew Acera may have been a little bit slow on the pit entry. 7.58 seconds was the stop for Acera. Quickest stop of the bunch, actually. 7.03 to Connor Baldwin and Simon Fell. Let's take a look here at the front as we work lap number 20. Based on the fact that everybody has made their pit stops without going the full length on fuel, tells me one of two things. Either the fuel saving's been pretty good, or they've spaced out the stops, so they're going to run longer pit stops each time through. That could be why Gary DeMoss had that 8.25 second stop. If you take the full tank of fuel, it's going to cost you a little bit of time on pit road. But it's also going to make your final stop of the race a little bit shorter as well. Let's show you the pit lane time for all of the drivers. Watson, 36 seconds flat. Total time on pit road, 36.4 seconds. For Sebastian Kinder, 36.9, 36.5. Everybody's kind of about the same ballpark here. Connor Baldwin, 40 seconds on pit road. That overshooting his pit box cost him about 4 seconds of time spent on pit road. And there you can see what 4 seconds looks like on the racetrack. So we didn't get to do it before the round of pit stops here. Let's get it in now before the second set of stops comes up. How about we give you all a chance to crank it up? So Mackenzie Galida with an issue on pit road. What a heartbreaker for Mackenzie. Saw him spin the car up coming off a pit road. We talked about how great of a race he was running, and then big time issues for that car. He's going to have to come back around. Mackenzie Galida now down one lap. Connor Baldwin still your race leader. Battle for the race lead. Connor Baldwin, Wes Shire going to duke it out through the short chute. Shire on the outside. We'll see who's going to come down pit road this time. Yep, second set of stops here. Lap number 31. Let's pick him up here. James Watson making his way in. There's Sebastian Kinder, your points leader as well. Also, RJ Hetge, Gary DeMoss on pit road. DeMoss going to beat Watson out of pit road. Now, what does this do for the rest of the cars at the front of the field? Oh, big crash towards the back of the pack. Connor Baldwin has an issue. Let's get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. See what happened here to Connor Baldwin. Oh, that was big contact with Wes Shire. Baldwin hard into the inside retaining wall, then bounces it back to the outside. Connor Baldwin's going to have to come around. What a huge issue there. Pull it back up for you in a little bit closer view here. We'll even give it to you slowed down just a little bit. But check this one out here. Connor Baldwin going to make his pit entry. He just gets on the brakes significantly sooner than Wes Shire does. Shire just gets into the back of Baldwin, spins him around. It's the second contact with the outside retaining wall that tore the front end off of that machine. Tough break there for Connor Baldwin. And caution flag is out. Yellow flag number 1 on the racetrack. Looks like, actually, they don't have a backup car either. I kind of thought we were going to see backup cars come into play here today, but looks like they do not have one. That's going to bring all of your leaders down pit road. Wes Shire, Andrew Acera. Looks like a couple of Team Watson Racing cars thought about diving down. But with the caution flag here at lap 34, see if we can't get a word here with Connor Baldwin after that incident. Connor, it looked like that was just a matter of two cars trying to get to pit road, one on the brakes earlier than the other.
Yeah, the car is really struggling to get into pit road safely, just the way the setup is. And so I, especially last pit stop too, I checked up right as that white line ends, and Wes didn't. And I mean, that's just how it happens. That's racing. But got a really long toe, and then I ran out of gas on the backstretch, so kind of unfortunate, but hopefully we can recover here.
I say compounding issues is what it sounds like. Well, tough break, but hopefully we're talking to you again here in just a couple of weeks.
Hopefully.
So there you go. That's Connor Baldwin's side of things. See if we can pick up Wes Shire here. Wes, we just talked to Connor out of the infield care center, and what was kind of your perspective on that incident coming to pit road?
Yeah, I knew he was pitting. I was just trying to pick up the draft as long as I could, and he just braked way sooner than I was expecting.
It's kind of what it looked like.
I was figuring
he was talking.
Yeah, I was figuring he'd be braking it like just past the lights here, around about here where I'm at now.
Yeah, that's it. It seemed like Connor was saying in his interview that the cars are a little bit difficult to get a handle on coming to pit road. Are you guys seeing a lot of that?
There's certainly some of that. However, nothing that a couple of laps of practice didn't fix.
All right, bud. Well, hopefully the car's in pretty good shape here, and good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thanks. Seems to be okay.
So there you go. There's Wes Shire giving you his perspective on things. New race leader at the front of the field, Sebastian Kinder, leading in the points. He talked about playing the strategy card. What's going to be interesting here now is, can you make it the rest of the way? We're working lap number 36. If you were to stop here, you would be good the rest of the way. A stop on lap 35 should get you there as well, assuming you're going to get about a 2-to-1 ratio of stops under caution, or excuse me, laps under caution to laps under green. Looks like Wes Shire, Andrew Acera are going to be in good shape to make it to the end. Also, Connor Baldwin should be. Simon Fell's a little bit of a question mark. The cars that stopped on lap 31, however, are very much not good to go, or at least we don't think they're going to be good to go to make it to the end. Going to have to be some pretty big fuel saving here. Lights are back on the iRacing safety car, so we should have at least one more lap here before we go back to green. One of the unique things about the DXS series, under caution, cars that are up to 5 laps down will be waved around until they are back to 1 lap down. At that point, the lucky dog gets their final lap back, and any other cars that are remaining a lap down restart on the inside. It's almost like a throwback to the old NASCAR style. Lead lap cars on the outside single file, lap down cars restarting to the inside. So Connor Baldwin is going to have a shot here. Seeing we may have a bit of a connection issue here. Kinder has the race lead. James Watson currently running in second. The car on the outside is Connor Baldwin, trying to fight to get back on the lead lap. Kinder able to open up a little bit of a gap here as they come down the front straightaway. 3 wide. The car on the outside was Baldwin. He is the lap car. Here comes Wes Shire and Andrew Acera. Those cars potentially are good to make it to the end. However, it could be a situation where everybody needs one more stop. And we'll see that one develop here as we go. We'll show you the stint length. Acera, Shire, Baldwin, all only 4 laps into their stint. Everybody else either 6 or 7 laps. It's going to be tight, but we'll be down to 20 laps to go next time by. New race leader at the front of the field, Gary DeMoss. Kinder looks back to the inside. Here's Baldwin trying to push to the front. He has the spot now, but he needs some caution help. And he can't be the caution himself. That's the other part of it. With how equal these cars are, you really need to try to keep Connor Baldwin a lap down, because if there's another caution flag, he's going to be right back on the lead lap, and it's just one more car that you potentially have to fight for the win here. So 20, now 19 laps to go. This next time by the start-finish line is the field in fuel-saving mode. We're starting to see the gaps open up. Sebastian Kinder falling back from Wes Shire. Gary DeMoss still fighting Connor Baldwin incredibly hard. If I'm DeMoss, I would tuck in here and try to save as much fuel as he possibly can. That may be what's going on here now. But Sebastian Kinder has definitely slowed. Not necessarily with we have an issue type slow, but probably not at full throttle. In fact, let's see if we can pull up the dashboard here on Sebastian. Topped out 207, 208 miles an hour. Definitely not getting into that 210, 215 range. In fact, now even dipping below 200 on corner exit. We show you Gary DeMoss at the front of the field. Kind of in that same ballpark, but let's give you the full field reset here as we work lap number 44. Gary DeMoss is your race leader. And that Cap'n Crunch MCI live read car, or at least of the reminiscent of the MCI cars that Scott Goodyear drove here at Indianapolis. Just back behind them, Wes Shire after his issue. Getting into the back of Connor Baldwin. Coming to the pit area. Shire continues to run in the second position. West, one of the best there is at saving fuel. So we'll see if that's the strategy play here. Just behind him, Sebastian Kinder, the first of the Team Watson racing cars. You can identify those cars by the wings on the front of them. A variety shade of neon pink, yellow, and green. Just behind them, the proprietor of Team Watson Racing, James Watson. You heard him on the booth here on Thursday night for the Indy Pro 2000 race. Today, behind the wheel of one of these Dallara IR01s. RJ Hetge running in the 5th position. Let's pick up Andrew Acera. He's making his way down pit road. It's the undercut. We'll see if he's going to be able to make it work here. Lap number 46. Final pit window is open. That answered the question. Everybody's going to have to come. So truly a 3-stop race. Andrew Acera on his way out. Likely to go a lap down here. We'll see how this develops. Well, maybe not, because here's almost everybody else coming to pit road. Gary DeMoss, Sebastian Kinder, RJ Hetge, James Watson. Connor Baldwin also in the pit area as well. West Shire, Simon Fell. The only cars that have not stopped yet. Oh, Watson missed his box just a little bit. He has to back up. That is an absolute killer for James Watson. Should be able to come back out and get tagged up here with the rest of the Team Watson racing cars. Andrew Acera at full song is going to slot in just ahead of Watson on the back straightaway. Now looking back to the front of the field, here are your race leaders. West Shire, Simon Fell. We'll see if and when these cars elect to come into the pit area. I would think this last stint you would want to try to make as late as possible and only take enough fuel to get you right to the very end. I mean, this is going to be an absolute splash and dash. Slide back in the pack here. This group now 2 by 2 off of turn number 4. DeMoss to the outside. Kinder and Hetge to the inside. A little bit of an unusual line for Gary DeMoss. Race leaders on the pit area. We're into the pit area, I should say. West Shire and Simon Fell. Simon also piloting the NRN house car. Thank you very much, sir. Keep our eye on these two as they get their services completed. There it is, short fill, 5.12 seconds for Shire. Simon Fell short filling as well, 6.35 seconds. Is this the race-winning play for West Shire? It'll be 10 to go next time by, and Simon Fell currently 3 seconds back. There's the next group of cars just coming into your frame. Tough break for James Watson, missing his pit box late. He's going to be dueling with Andrew Acera for 6th. Race leader over the yard of bricks. West Shire with a sizable lead over the rest of the pack. But they are going to swallow him up in a hurry. The speed advantage that comes from the draft in the IRO1s is huge, and this really is going to be about when do they catch Shire and which lane does he choose to block. He may not have much of a choice. He's going to cover the inside lane on corner exit. And he got absolutely swallowed up by Connor Baldwin and Gary DeMoss. Baldwin back to the front of the field ahead of the race leader, so he's in position to get the lap back. Couple of names we haven't talked a ton about. Simon Fell, RJ Hetge now runs 2nd and 3rd. DeMoss comes back around Baldwin. Simon Fell now running the outside. Not the friendliest place you could possibly be. Down the back straightaway, Gary DeMoss still the race leader. 7 laps to go here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. DeMoss, Hetke, Fell, Kinder, Shire, your top 5. The 6th car in that group is Connor Baldwin. The Baldwin Agriland entry is a lap down, but currently running 2nd on the racetrack. Sebastian Kinder now pokes out to the outside. He's going to need some help to make that lane work, and right now he's not getting a ton of it. It'll be 5 to go, this time by the start-finish line here at the world's greatest race course. 20 more left-hand turns for these drivers. Can Gary DeMoss hold on to claim the win? Would be a huge points day for Gary, currently 10th in the point standings. Shire looks up the middle. He goes 3 wide and 3 for 1 down the front straightaway. What a move by Wes Shire. He's up to 2nd. He's got a little bit of drafting help. The niceties are over at this point. It is get to the front and get to the checkered flag. It'll be 3 to go this next time by. Shire does have some drafting help in the form of RJ Hetge. It's going to be Wes Shire at the line. You can expect to see that move coming on the white flag lap. .200-mile-an-hour pace laps is what it looks like these cars are running. And this is going to be a fantastic duel right to the very end. Shire doing a nice job of covering the line. Really preventing RJ Hetge from making a move anywhere. In fact, tucking down tightly onto Gary DeMoss. Oh, when's the mistake happen? Oh, what a save by Shire. Wow. Oh, big to the inside. Huge wreck down the back straightaway. Caution flag is out. Wes Shire, RJ Hetge with a massive wreck down the back straightaway. Let's go back, get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay here. Big contact on the racetrack. Shire able to get the cars squared away pretty quickly. Same cannot be said for Simon Fell. Let's go back a little bit here. Pick up Simon. There was the first big moment. Shire across the nose of Connor Baldwin. Simon Fell got through that one. It was RJ Hetge that went for the wild ride here. Show it to you here. Keep your eye on RJ. That car to the inside. He got down onto the rumble strips. Just pitched into the outside catch fence. And a wild tumble down the back straightaway. Grabs a gear and he's going to take off, but that car going to require pretty significant work in the pits here. And here's your answer, folks. It will be a green-white checkered finish. Andrew Acera, RJ Hetge in the pit area. Oh, who's it going to be? Pick your favorite. See if we can't get a word here with Gary DeMoss under the caution flag here. And Gary, we know this one's going to be exciting here at the end, but I don't know how confident you could possibly be knowing what the draft feels like in these cars.
Well, not only that, but my fuel level is next to nothing for this, so I'm either first or last after this, I think.
Interesting that you wouldn't make the call to pit here with so few cars left in the race. What's the thought behind it? Just that you don't think you can make up that many spots?
No, not with the draft. See, I kept having problems trying to work through the field with it. So.
All right, well, we'll see how this one's going to work out. Good luck.
Thank you.
You can hear the low fuel alarm going nuts in the background. Let's get Sebastian Kinder on the line here. Sebastian, you talked about wanting to be patient. I'm guessing that's all now gone out the window.
It's now or never. There's a minute 18 left on the clock here. So it's going to be like, if we're coming through the line, it's going to be a one-lap shootout. And, you know, I just heard you at the beginning of the stream. You said, I'm leading championship, but I don't have a win. And I want that win.
Well, there you go. I love the confidence out of Sebastian Kinder. Good luck here, bud.
Thank you, Chris.
There you go. Lights are out on the iRacing safety car. Does Gary DeMoss have enough fuel to make the end of the show? Who will be your race winner? Wes Shires junked that race car almost twice so far tonight. James Watson was nowhere to be found just a handful of laps ago, now running in the fourth position. RJ Hetge, Andrew Acera, Connor Baldwin is back on the lead lap. Simon Fell in eighth. The lights are out. It is going to be incredibly tight on if we're going to get this race restarted. At the very least, I think you're going to see even a very short shootout here down the front straightaway. DeMoss leaves a big gap back to the iRacing safety car. Green flag back in the air. We're underway. Overtime here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Fantastic restart for Gary DeMoss. Does he have enough fuel to make the finish? Sebastian Kinder right there on him as well. Big move by James Watson. He grabs third. Wes Shire falling all the way back into a battle with Connor Baldwin. Down the back straightaway. Sebastian Kinder to the outside. DeMoss tucks right back in line. Here comes James Watson looking to the inside. It'll be white flag next time by 3 wide up the middle. Contact hard into the outside wall goes DeMoss. I would imagine we're going to stay green. This is the run to the finish. Checkered in the air. What a win for Sebastian Kinder. Great finish at the end of that one. Holy cow. Gary DeMoss. He said he was either going to win it or finish last. He wasn't quite that far back with Mackenzie Galida being a lap down, but holy cow, what a run to the finish there at the end. Top three coming down to the line. Oh, they're going to wad them up. RJ Hetge just about chunks James Watson coming down for the photos. A little bit of a love tap there from James Watson into a teammate. Let's show you this one again. What a run to the finish. Entering turn number 3, Sebastian Kinder had the race lead. RJ Hetge with a huge move to go up the middle. Watson tried to come out. He wanted to get the draft to the outside. Gary DeMoss gets launched into the turn 4 grandstands. And here is the run to the finish. Less than a car length for Sebastian Kinder to pick up the race win. What a fantastic show here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's get you the race results here before we talk to our winners. Sebastian Kinder picks up the win by 43 thousandths of a second over James Watson. RJ Hetge comes home third. Connor Baldwin with a incredible drive to come back to fourth. Andrew Acera fifth. Simon Fell sixth. Wes Shire seventh. Gary DeMoss, the first car, one lap down, in eighth. And Mackenzie Galida in the ninth position. So let's get our shots lined up here, and let's pick up your race winner and get them down here into the booth. Sebastian Kinder, what a fantastic run to the finish. Did you see what was going on behind you and what was going through your head in that run to the checkers?
There was just one way, there was one thing going through my head when I just do the pass, just like, come on, stay clear on the inside, stay clear. And then he say clear, bam, on the inside. And then I saw James, my teammate, in my rear view mirrors, and was just like, come on, James, get on the inside, just make sure he doesn't get the draft off me. And then I see the crash behind me. I just like, okay, just need to get his on. And then I just let out a huge scream. I hope I didn't wake up my parents, by the way. It's like 1 a.m. in France.
I was going to say, you're in the middle of the night over there.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
It was a great run to the finish. Gary DeMoss told us under that last caution flag that he was as tight as you could be on fuel. Were you that tight, and was that a concern at all for you?
No, that wasn't a concern. I knew right from the get-go, since we only got one lap. I mean, like, I'm just finishing my Polish lap victory, and like, it's still got enough for doing 2.5 laps. With the burnouts I did. So.
It was a heck of a run. You're going to increase your points lead tonight. RJ coming home in the third position. It's not going to be a huge game, but it's a big one, and it's your first win of the season. Congratulations, bud. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I just sang the French national anthem when I just started doing the burnouts. I mean, as you can see on my car, there's the French flag on the rear wing, and when I joined TWR, that was my only restriction while doing the colors. I just want to have that rear wing in the French colors.
That's beautiful. A lot of pride there. That is fantastic. Well, congratulations, bud. Hopefully we're talking to you again here in a couple of weeks on the next broadcast show with the Dallara X-treme Series.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris, for the broadcast. And also, you know, there's a certain thing called National Racing Network that is a sponsor of TWR, and I'm part of that team, so I'd like to thank them.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you're on the air with them right now, bud. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And let's pick up James Watson. He's your runner-up finisher tonight. And James, that was absolutely incredible coming down to the line. Did you know RJ? Did you get the call from your spotter that RJ was outside of you on that move into into turn 4?
Oh, I knew he was there. I jumped up to try to break his momentum. I just didn't know that Gary was on the outside of Debbie, and I didn't know that whole situation was going to happen. It was planned and preemptive, but there were some unforeseen circumstances, so I got to apologize to Gary on that one.
It was a big move, and it really didn't break your momentum much at all. I mean, we've got it up on the screen here as the run to the checkers. Did you think you were going to get Sebastian down the stretch, or was it more just a matter of holding the spot and making sure RJ didn't get past you?
It was a little bit of both. I wasn't expecting to get that big of a run. I kind of wasn't expecting the whole thing. So I think my run to the check room might have, because I was so distracted with what just went on. I think that kind of messed up my run from a mental perspective.
Well, it was a fantastic drive. You started up front, starting in the third position, so inside of row 2, I guess, starting fourth. It was a great run, and also a very, very good points night for you as well.
Oh yeah, first ever 1-2 in TWR history. You'll love to see it.
Well, but congratulations on the podium finish here. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank ZAS Designs for working overtime, getting all my paint schemes together. I'd like to thank Chris Graham over at NRN for being my major sponsor. He helps me out a lot. He's a bit of a jerk to be around, but he's a great guy to know.
Oh, that's absolutely epic. Well, bud, congratulations again on the podium finish, and hopefully we're talking to you again here in a couple of weeks.
Heck yeah.
All right, and it looks like we've lost RJ Hetge. I got to see if I can find him somewhere else here. Doesn't look like he's in the Discord at the moment, so unfortunately we won't get to talk to our third place finisher here. Let's see if we can pick up our fourth place finisher here on the night, Connor Baldwin. Connor, we talked a lot throughout the race about fighting back and trying to make sure you were back on the lead lap. This is a perfect example of why you were racing the leaders so hard through the whole midpoint of the race.
Yeah, exactly. Me and my teammate Gary were both trying to set up this thing where if he was leading when the people wrecked, that he would drop back immediately and let me get back on the lead lap. And it didn't exactly work out, but I managed to get the lucky dog and get around through. Me and Wes were talking about that wreck, and it was definitely mutual. I think it was just kind of a racing incident.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It happens sometimes on the racetrack, but it's sort of being lucky here with the limited number of cars in the field. You were able to work your way back through. It really was a heck of a run tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Managed to get the Baldwin Agerland Dallara IR01 back on the lead lap, and I think 5th place was where I ended up, and brought in some good points for Endurosport. Unfortunately, we lost Gary in turn for the last lap, but I think he also did really well on his first race with Endurosport. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going through the next couple of races.
All right, Connor. Well, congratulations on the great run here. Let's pick up our third place finisher. He's back in the room with us. RJ Hetge, what were you seeing late in that one? And did you think that a pass attempt into turn 4, that really was going to be your only shot at the win?
Yeah, I really do. Because I tried early on, I think it was with Wes, to pass Connor and Gary to try and get the lead earlier on. But I really think that's the only thing that I could do.
It was definitely a no attack, no chance kind of move going into 4. It played out into a podium finish for you and a fantastic points night. On a night when Sebastian gets his first win, you're not going to be too much further behind in points at the end of this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm happy about, because I'm really trying hard to get that championship. But with those that race from last week just kind of screwed me over.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it was a good run to finish up on the podium tonight here. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my grandpa, my mom, and my dad, and then my uncle Scotty. That's, I think, was in the chat.
Yes, he was. That was, it's a ton of fun to see the whole Hetge group coming into the chat here. So congratulations again on the podium, and hopefully we're talking to you again in a couple of weeks.
Yep, see you, Chris.
So there you go. That's going to wrap things up here for our coverage from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The world's greatest race course plays home to another fantastic race. here for the Dallara X-treme Series, and we're going to have a whole bunch more of them coming up here over the course of the season. Sebastian Kinder getting the win over James Watson and RJ Hetge. It was a very, very good show all the way around. Whole lot of racing action coming up this week here on the National Racing Network. You don't want to miss it. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the High Slide Cup Series. We'll see their third round of the season. The Sprint Cars, Silver Crowns, are back on Monday at 9:45 Eastern. Sprint Cars on Tuesday at 9 p.m. And you don't want to miss it. Friday night, first live broadcast from Linda's Speedway with the video cameras in action. So full flag-to-flag coverage of all the racing for the Erman Falk Memorial at Linda's Speedway, Jonestown, Pennsylvania, will be coming up this Friday night. Don't want to miss that one at all. That one's going to be great. 600s, 270s, and the Legends cars all out there at Linda's Speedway. But that'll wrap things up here with our coverage for tonight. On behalf of everybody here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. Have a great night.